Vernell can introduce it.
Okay.
What do we have to talk about today? Anything? Nothing on the agenda that's not on the consent agenda. I suppose we could have Randy, now that he's on there, go through the liquor store manager's report, I guess. Unless anybody else has anything to talk about for the next 29 minutes.
Randy, can you hear us?
Randy, I just unmuted you. Can you hear us now?
There, now I see myself. Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Cool. Nothing out of the ordinary other than lots of sales and trying to keep this joint cleaned up. So I don't really know what to say other than we're selling lots of booze.
Bye. Bye. Good luck. See you. Bye. See you. Well, we don't.
Yeah, it looks like sales are way up, but that's to be expected with the current condition of everybody else is closed.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
for the year, I think we're up 22%. That's huge. And most of it's been since March 17th, which as of yesterday's sales, that's 40% in gross sales, 41% in profit. And it's only 6% in increased tickets, but 36% increase in the average ticket sale. And so far this month, May is up 34%. So it's still chugging right along. The average ticket's up 27%.
Chairman Josephson, if you don't mind, we also have the other liquor store report that Finance Committee reviews. I can put that up on the screen for the committee.
Sure, may as well take a look at it. It's
Basically the same information, just gives you a little bit of a longer time frame.
yeah, we really can't use it to compare against anything. It's tough to bet on this type of report on beating projected sales year to year.
Well, even January and February at 7% and 8% is huge compared to what we would budget this at. When you have a base that's at 7,400,000.
Randy, you maybe want to just talk a little bit about what you're doing at the store, kind of response to coronavirus and staffing, stuff like that.
Yeah, since March 17th, we've probably had at least 600 more man hours than we did last year, and mainly to beef up the clerks. We pretty much have 4 tills going pretty often, when a lot of times we'd only have 2 or 3 this time of year, and then to try to keep the store healthy by doing a lot of cleaning and things of that sort. And we're all wearing masks out on the floor. We're asking the customers to wear masks. And, you know, we're trying to keep people spaced out, and the vendors are good about it too. A lot of the vendors will only be here during the hours that we're not open, so that they're not dealing with the public. A lot of these people are from that Fargo area too, so they don't want to get somebody else sick if they'd happen to contract it. We had the parking lot striped the other day, so that's done. We're struggling a little bit with staffing. We could use some more help right now. We've had some of the people leave to draw unemployment because they can, you know, make quite a bit more money at home. I guess I don't know what the status on that is, but it's creating a bit of a shortage for us with the part-time help. We're tight, but right now we're managing. My biggest concern is what happens if somebody does get sick in the store. I imagine it would have to be shut down for a period of time to be fogged or cleaned, whatever they do to kill the stuff. I know that we had somebody come in here and said that they can fog the place, which would totally kill everything, for about $1,000. But it only lasts for the first customer to walk through the store. So it's not feasible to do it unless.
Right. And at this point, you can't even buy those fogging machines for 6 to 8 weeks. I spent some time today looking at some for work, and they're 6 to 10 to 12 weeks out and on a slow boat from China.
Right. So it would, I had a cleaner here in Detroit Lakes call me and ask me, you know, if he had an opportunity to buy one, whether it would be viable. I told him that, you know, in the case of somebody getting sick, yes, but until somebody gets sick, no, there aren't going to be too many people that will have you use that thing. Now, we did get some more sanitary wipes, so we're sitting pretty good on those things. And we have plenty of hand sanitizer right now too. And everybody takes part, does a pretty good job of cleaning. So like I say, a lot of the vendors, delivery personnel and things of that sort, they're coming in with masks on too. So everybody's trying.
Have you seen any shortages or supply chain issues?
You know, we do, yes. I'm really quite surprised that it's not more than what it is. We're out of some beers, we're out of some everythings, but not much of anything. So it's in my mind, the supply chain is really hanging in there somehow, and I don't know how they're doing it compared to the grocery stores. So sometimes somebody's favorite beer might be out, but nothing we can do about that. You know, then you take into consideration, if you remember back in Wisconsin, they had that shooting at that Milwaukee Brewing. And so they actually shut down for a period of time. And those are some of the beers that we cannot get right now. It's kind of a struggle because those people shut the plants down, did whatever. When that happened. Other than that, it's pretty steady. We get product every single day, and you know, for instance, today I had a invoice that had let's call it 40 cases, and I got one. So maybe it's going to start. I don't know. We'll see what shakes out. And that was mainly a wine. So somebody's favorite wine, they might have to get a new favorite. I don't think we're scheduled to see that brand until sometime in June. other than that, I'm quite happy with how things are rolling along. The staff is wonderful. They're standing right up to the plate and having these customers walk by them all day long, and they're okay with it. So we've got a couple of new people employed that were down south, and they're helping us out now, and that's a wonderful thing because we pretty much gave them a full schedule. We needed it, which is something under 30 hours, but that's still a lot of time on the till for us. So
And you're still working the reduced hours?
right, we close at 8 Monday through Saturday.
How much pushback or impacts has that had?
None really. I come to work in the morning and maybe there's a voicemail, but there isn't a message on there, I'm sure. And it's very few, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 a week. And I'm assuming that they're calling at that time at night, wondering if there's somebody around, and they're not. And we haven't had any verbal issues, people, thinking that we should stay open longer. I think that's to be expected, because we cut back a couple hours a day compared to a lot of the retail stores in town were, cut back a lot more, like a whole 8-hour shift or something like that.
Say, Chair Josephson, I just talked to Marcy yesterday that item 9A, the May 30th Wedding Pavilion, they canceled as of yesterday. So
We just need to pull that off the agenda.
Yep.
Do we have to take any, I suppose we do need to take it off and say that just remove it.
yeah, there's really no action to be taken on it. So I just pull it off of the consent agenda.
Okay. No word on the June 5th and 6th or the June 20th?
Both of them, C and D, they moved to 2021.
Oh, okay. Those are, all right. Yep. I see that.
I think we're going to have, Marcy said we have several quinceaneras scheduled for 2021. A lot of them have moved it back a year. So
Tough for those kids to be stuck at 15 again. Any questions, Natalie?
None.
Anybody else have
Good
anything
meeting.
for the conversation? If not, I think we can just close out this meeting and we can, I guess, reconvene in 45 minutes and do it for real.
just a reminder, everyone who's on, and council members, there's a different link for the council meetings. So you have to get off and go to the other one.